Most kids at some point in their childhood play sport.
These sports teach them many valuable life lessons.
These lessons include perseverance, how to accept defeat, responsibility, and much more.
Our stories are just examples of what almost every kid experiences growing up in sport.
I first started playing hockey when I was only 8 years old. This season had already started, so I had to join in the middle. When it started, I was put directly into a game without ever practicing. Of course, I was not very good, but I relied on my teammates to help me. I even scored a goal after I received a pass. This is when I learned about teamwork. I realized that my teammate selflessly passed me the puck, a beginner, to benefit the team. That same season, as I got better at hockey, I was assigned a role at center. My job was to gain possession of the puck and support the puck carrier on our team. One game, I abandoned my role and looked for a pass outside the zone, but this allowed the other team to carry the puck to the net and score. This is where I learned about responsibility. If I had stayed on my role, we most likely would have won. My team and I went on to state championship that season. We were excited for the game. The atmosphere was so different. There were ceremonies at the beginning and end of the game, along with your family and friends watching. The opening ceremony consisted of the national anthem and introduction to every player. When your name is called, you would skate to the center of the ice and return back to the bench. This was an amazing experience. It gave you a sense of accomplishment and pride. Once the ceremony came to a close, the game was ready to start. My team and I fought hard. After 2 periods of play, the game was tied 2-2. Going into the third period, my coach put me in front of the net, and it paid off. I scored a goal. I was so happy I could help bring my team closer to a championship. Sadly, the other team was able to come back and win the game with only minutes left in it. It was a devastating loss. We had worked so hard to get there. The winning team received trophies and medals after the game was over, and they did something I didn't expect. All the players came over to our team and shook our hands and said, "Good game." This is when I learned about respect. They showed us kindness and empathy for our situation.
The first Little League sport that I played was second grade basketball. My dad was the coach, and our first practice was the first time anyone on the team had played organized basketball before. Most of my teammates could not even dribble the ball, let alone shoot the ball high enough to go in the basket at that age. At first, we were focused on most of the basic things in basketball, like dribbling and passing. This is where I learned that if you want to be good at something, then you have to practice as much as possible. Our team ended up being the worst in the league. We lost the first game 30-2. Regardless of the loss, our parents still bought us ice cream at the end of the game. This taught me that winning is not always the most important thing of life. Over halfway through the season, we still did not win a game. Some of the players even quit because they did not enjoy it so much. The only reason I did not quit was because my parents did not let me. They said that you cannot quit something halfway through, no matter how unenjoyable it is. As we kept practicing, we got closer to winning each game. Finally, in the last game of the year, we won by a score of 6-4. I especially remember this game because I scored 4 of our 6 points, my grandparents came to the game, and it is where all of our hard work finally paid off. This taught me that if you work hard, you can achieve anything in life. At the end of the season, we had a team celebration party. We all had good food and an enjoyable time talking about all the highlights and funny moments during the season, and received our highly anticipated participation trophies. My dad told everyone to take a break from basketball for a little while, and then to start practicing again for the next season. This taught me that sometimes you have to take a break from things, celebrate and relax for a while, but then when the time comes, you have to get back to work.
Sports have been very important to me throughout my entire life. I've been playing sports ever since I could walk. I joined my first soccer team at the age of 3, and soon after I joined my first t-ball team. I've always loved being active and trying new things, and I can attribute this to the lessons sports have taught me. Some lessons have come easy, such as this one, and some lessons have come a little harder than others. One of my earliest soccer memories takes me back to when I was 3 years old. It was one of the very first games of the season, and everyone was very excited for it. The first half went by without a hitch, but the second half is where I ran into a situation where one of my hardest lessons was learned in my sports career. About midway through the second half, I got the ball to my feet, dribbled to the goal, shot, and scored. I remember being extremely happy because this was one of my first goals I had ever scored. When I turned around, I realized that the other team was celebrating a goal, and this confused me until I realized what I had done. I had scored on my own goal. This was very disappointing because I felt as if I had let my teammates and coaches down. More importantly, I had let myself down. After this, I was expecting my coach and teammates to be mad, but to my surprise, the reactions were just the opposite. When I came off the field, I remember my coach encouraging me, saying it was okay, and my teammates saying it would be alright. This display of support showed me how to bounce back from a mistake and put it behind me. They unknowingly were showing me what it was like to be a good sport and how to have a positive attitude in the face of adversity. I remember this moment not only because it was an embarrassing mistake, but more so because of the lasting effect it had on me. The overarching message this taught me was that even if things don't go your way, you can bounce back and put it behind you. Another important lesson I learned from this was how to be a good teammate. Picking people up when they're down on themselves goes a long way, and it can change that person's entire outlook on their game. My teammates and coaches were there for me when I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and this inspired me to be a better player and teammate. I look back on this now and laugh because no matter what happened during the season, at the end, we all got trophies and wins.
Childhood sports are a crucial part of growing up.
The lessons that we have learned, we will remember forever.
If we ever need a reminder, we need not look as far as the trophies on our shelves.